All right, since I forgot to do an outro for the day 1 video, here is an intro for the day 2 video. So we've got everything all packed up, tent and everything. It is 8:16 a.m. The place that I'm going, we're actually going to be staying in a small cabin for the next 2 nights near Zion National Park, and the check-in time is 4 p.m. So we've got plenty of time to just cruise and check stuff out and get some good drone shots if we can. There's a place that I'd like to get drone shots, but it's not allowed. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get on the road, and we'll probably make a few stops along the Grand Canyon rim on the way out, and then we'll stop in Cameron and get gas and maybe some breakfast and head north. So let's go. Alright guys, I think that was our last stop looking at the Grand Canyon, and so now we're going to head east towards Cameron, top off the tank, and maybe get something to eat, and then we're going to start heading north. Alright, just stopped and filled up and got some breakfast, and so we're gonna go just down the road here a little ways and get some drone shots of the Kanab Bridge, and then we'll head north and end up at the Navajo Bridge shortly after. So let's go. Built in 1911, the old Cameron Suspension Bridge was the longest suspension bridge west of the Mississippi River. In 1937, while a large herd of sheep were crossing, it was damaged and nearly collapsed. Repaired and put back in service for highway traffic, it was eventually replaced by the concrete bridge next to it in 1959. The old Cameron Bridge played an important part in the construction of the Navajo Bridge, and in 1986 it was added to the National Register of Historic Places. The Navajo Bridge was completed in 1929 and carries Highway 89A over Marble Canyon and the Colorado River as it meanders its way towards the Grand Canyon. Originally called the Grand Canyon Bridge, state legislature changed the name to Navajo Bridge in 1934. It was replaced by the newer bridge built next to it in 1995, and later added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1981. Both of these bridges are tied for 9th place among the highest bridges in the US at 467 and 470 feet. Unfortunately, I couldn't get drone footage here due to restricted airspace around the Grand Canyon. All right, we just pulled up to something called the Moki Cave, also known as the Sand Caves. So we're gonna go and do a short hike, and take a look at those. And then there's actually a restaurant right over here that is built into the caves here, I guess. And they do like smoothies and stuff, so I might wander in there and buy a smoothie. So let's go check this out. Well, there's an old car upside down right there. A couple more down here buried in the sand. Right up in there. Alright, took a little bit of effort to get up here. You have to like basically climb a vertical cliff of sandstone that's slippery. But we're almost there. Might be able to see the people in the distance over there going down, so that's how you got to get up. This is pretty neat. It's very dark back there. The sand caves are man-made and were created through sand mining in the 1970s. This sand was then used for glass production. They are located about 5 miles north of Kanab, Utah, and access to them is free via a short hike from 2 separate parking lots. A little deep. Probably should have put my hiking shoes on. Well, there you have it. The Moki Cave, also known as the Sand Caves. It was actually a sand mine. It's just a mine for sand. All right, now I gotta climb back down. Ooh. Almost twisted my ankle. All right, I was gonna get a smoothie, but there is a field trip here with a bunch of middle school girls, and there's a huge line, and I don't feel like waiting in it, so we're just gonna head on out the road. Alright, so at this point into the park we were nearing the long tunnel that takes you towards the town of Springdale, where I was staying for a couple nights. I had put the camera on top of the car to get what should have been a great shot going through said tunnel and the big reveal when you exit. Unfortunately, I just didn't time it right with the traffic because I thought we were going to stop again before getting there. We didn't, and I had already turned the camera off so that it wasn't running while we weren't moving. Pretty upset that I didn't get that shot, but here are a few others from the same view. Alright, this is Jason from the future on day 3. I forgot to do a outro for the day 2 video, so this is basically the outro for the day 2 video. Day 3, I'm actually not going to film today. I'm going to do a bunch of hiking in Zion. I'm going to leave the camera here today and just go out and enjoy myself. Basically just staying in this little cabin. And it's been okay, but the walls are super thin and you hear everything, so if people are outside just talking in the campsite behind you until 11 o'clock at night, you're going to hear them. But other than that, it's not terrible. So anyway, not filming today. So the next video will be day 4, and that will be us heading towards Colorado. And we'll see you there.